Hello, this is Bullet, aka the Passive Aggressive Sherpa. Trials is live, and I have no other Trials info. On a side note, Bungie's This Week at Bungie blog post went live yesterday, and it's filled with all kinds of tasty goodness. There was also a Bungie stream from Gamescom yesterday. I won't use any of their footage like I did in yesterday's video because the producers of that event are pretty small-minded and petty. But I will tell you about it, the latest news from Bungie, at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But first, where is Xur, and what does he have for us? Xur is on Titan, on the rig. If it's your first time, your virgin self is safe with me. You can track him on your map or just follow my path. Okay, the faded Engram at the top. If you don't know, you can use 97 legendary shards to buy one. It promises you an exotic you don't already have. But if you do have every exotic, you'll end up with a dupe that you could have bought at any vault location for just 10 legendary shards. But new exotics are available. So if you think you're missing some, check back with Xur on each character because the inventory is based on character, not account. But you can only get one engram per week per account. Moving on. First up we have Riskrunner, and its primary perk is Arc Conductor. When taking arc damage, this weapon becomes more powerful and resists incoming arc damage. Kills extend the time in this overcharged state. Up next for the Warlock, Eye of Another World, and its primary perk, Cerebral Uplink. Highlights priority targets and improves the regeneration speed of your grenade, melee, and rift abilities. If you don't have it, this is probably my pick of the week. For the Titan, we have the MK44 Stand-Asides with their primary perk, Seriously Watch Out. Grants an overshield when sprinting at full health with Seismic Strike, Hammer Strike, or Shield Bash equipped. Hits with these abilities recharge a portion of your melee energy. These are what I like to call meh. For the Hunter, we have the Ophidia Spathe and its primary perk, Scissor Fingers. Not to be confused with Scissoring. And their primary perk grants 2 knives per charge. This, it once came in handy. Then down below we have the 3 of Coins. This increases your chance to receive an exotic engram from sources in the world, and the effects last about 4 hours. Then we have the 5 of Swords. This basically replaces your rare challenge card and allows you to increase difficulty, add 2 positive modifiers, and then 2 what I like to refer to as shitty modifiers to help boost your score. That's about it for Xur this week. Okay, on to what you need to know going into the weekend. Lots to discuss. I can't get into it all, but I can give you a rundown of the important stuff, so here we go. First up was Bungie's live stream from Gamescom. They spoke about 2 main things. The video showing the beginning of the end for Cade 6. I'll play that video in its entirety at the end of this one, for those that may have not seen it yet. He goes out with a fight, and even gets a little, dare I say, horny. Then, there was a deeper look into the game mode, Gambit, where they announced that everyone with Destiny can play it for 24 hours, beginning at 10 a.m. PDT on September 1st. Second, the TWAB, Bungie's This Week at Bungie post, was a big one, and there is just too much to go into, but let me share with you the highlights. And of course, I'll put the links to the description as well as a couple of other videos for those that are reading impaired or those that just don't have the time to read through it. They announced the next raid. It'll be called Last Wish, and it'll launch 10 days after the Forsaken release. Their reasoning, they want to give everyone a chance to rank up a bit and do some of the other things available in the game first. I think it's a good idea, and I'm pretty sure I'll be asking my friends in the V4 Vengeance clan to hold my hand once again through the raid. So look for it to drop on September 14th at 10 a.m. PDT. Now on to the mod situation. Many of you have been asking me what to do about the mods. Just kidding. No one asked me. No one asked me anything. But I'm here to tell you anyways. It's okay to delete your mods now. I deleted about 20 of them yesterday. I have about 50 or so left, and I'm holding on to them just in case. I'll explain why in a bit. You'll want to keep the mod components you get when dismantling them, but don't worry if you forget to dismantle them before the 28th. Though they will no longer work after the update, you'll still be able to dismantle them and get the mod components you will need to exchange for the new mods. But keep in mind, I don't believe we'll be able to purchase the new mods until September 4th when Forsaken launches. The reason I'm holding on to a few mods is because after the 28th updates, the mods we have attached to our weapons will be locked, at least for most of the weapons. There are certain weapons I use all the time. At one point, I had 3 Manananans on each character, each with a different elemental mod attached to it. In a moment of pure stupidity, I deleted all but 3 of them. I was running low on vault space, and I had collected 3 of every weapon I like, each with its own elemental mod, so that I was ready for any situation. Then I ran out of vault space and deleted hundreds of weapons, leaving myself with just 3 of each of the main weapons I use to share across all 3 characters. This was infinitely idiotic of me, and I'm hoping to collect 5 more Manananans before the 28th so that I can have one of each element for each character, so I don't have to swap back and forth looking for the right scout rifle for whatever thing I have to do every time I switch characters. I share this for a reason, as a heads up, because if you've been using one version of a weapon and every time you need to switch the element, you've just, put on a new element for for that weapon, you're going to be screwed after the 28th, because whatever element is attached to that weapon after this update, it'll be locked to that element and you won't be able to change it anymore. There's only a few days left to pick up the weapons you want and set the element to them, so you're safe after the update. Also, between the 28th and the 4th, we will have apparently 0 access to our vault. So what you have in your inventory is what you're stuck with for that week. Also, there are going to be changes to our weapon slots. This will happen on the 28th. Some weapons will be put into different slots. This means if there's no room for it in your character inventory, that weapon will go to the postmaster. If your postmaster is full, you will probably lose that weapon. Moving on, they're giving us a peek at some of the patch notes taking effect on the 28th. And there's a ton of stuff. A lot of armor and abilities are getting buffed. For a full list, see the TWAB post. One of the items that affects me the most is about Xur. He is going to be significantly harder to find now, as his icon will no longer appear on the map. He also will no longer be tied to the flashpoints. So for those of you that frequently watch my Xur videos, they are going to take longer to make, because I'll now have to start traveling to every destination trying to find them for you. This is how it was in Destiny, and as much of a pain in the ass as it will certainly make these videos more relevant, especially for those that don't have the time to track them down on their own. And if I haven't stressed this enough already, if you care about your weapons and your armor, you need to read their blog post. There's so much I didn't cover, like what weapons are changing, or what weapons are changing slots, what abilities in armor are being buffed, is anything being nerfed, what's going to happen with our Solstice of Heroes armor if we haven't unlocked the Masterworks for them yet. For the answers to all these questions and more, read the Bungie post, or check out one of the videos I've linked to that go into further detail and explanation about the upcoming changes. I've got a couple of good videos by other gamers listed in the description, so make sure to check them out. And make sure to tell them I sent you, and they'll be like, who the fuck is that guy? And remember, if you like this video, maybe hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if we could get 1,187 likes on this video, that'd be great. But most of all, thanks for watching.
You see that, Petra? Petra? Guardian? Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music. Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages! Yeah, that hurt. Sorry, not sorry. That's it. Now I'm pissed. Oh, is that really all you got? Help me out here, little buddy.